Russell will inbound at half court. Stockton, open three. Good! John Stockton sends the Utah Jazz to the NBA Finals.
A moment Jazz fans will never forget. Game 6 of the Western Conference Finals back on May 29th, 1997. It's now been 20 years since John Stockton's shot sent the Jazz to their first NBA Finals. Members of that team are reuniting tonight to honor that special season, which brings us to our next guest.
It sure does. We have former Jazz player Stephen Howard. He was part of the 96-97 squad. He joins us this morning to talk about this big reunion party planned for tonight. Does it feel good? Can you believe it's been 20 years?
No, I can't. I'm really excited to see my teammates tonight, though. It's been a while.
Now, Stephen, what were you telling me when I said we were going to intro it with that three-point shot there from John Stockton? What were you saying?
That big of a deal?
Oh, Jazz fans loved it.
Does anybody really care about that? Yeah, there were some exciting moments that season, weren't there?
It really was. I mean, it was a monumental moment, and it was really cool how the whole team came together, and that was kind of that culmination to finally get us over that hump to make our first final. So it was a special moment.
Yeah, what else, your memories from that time? I mean, what else kind of stands out? I know it's been 20 years, but it was such a big deal, especially here in Utah.
Yeah, and particularly here in Utah with just that one professional team with the Jazz.
Yeah.
It was just a great ride. I mean.
Was it?
Yeah, you had just one team with that singular vision, and it was really special. It was a lot of fun.
What about the players? What do you remember? The camaraderie, I don't know, the persistence, the perseverance, any of that to kind of, did people want it?
Yeah, I mean, it was all that. And you know, in previous years, you know, kind of flirting with.
Yeah, getting so close.
Yeah, and then finally just coming together and just making it happen. But, you know, the guys are what made it special, and the things that we shared, and the fun, and the, you know, the late plane trips and playing cards and the practices, and you know, those are the moments that you remember the most.
That's what you do on those plane trips? You play cards?
Yeah, well, we weren't supposed to, but we would.
Secrets out? You need to write a book now, right? A tell-all?
Well, so here's the thing. From that season, we were just watching the biggest comeback in NBA history, down 36 points, I think it was, in November. And so here it is right here, November 27th. So it seems like that was a pretty amazing season for you guys. So you've been all over the world playing in professional basketball, 15 years, and, you know, I mean, everywhere.
Everywhere.
How does this particular season rank in your mind for you?
Oh, well, this is obviously the most special just because of what this team achieved, you know, and I mean, there's not a lot of people that can say that they played in the NBA Finals, and even just to be an NBA player is something that's special. But, you know, to have that season we had with the most wins in the NBA, and just to be able to finally get over that hump in the Western Conference Finals to make the finals was really something special, and something that, you know, I'll always hold dear. But, yeah, it was a great season.
So let me ask you this tonight. I know you're going to be there tonight. Do you plan, are you going to see some of these guys? Do you know who's going? Are you looking forward? Do you stay in touch with any of them? And you work for ESPN now, right? So
yeah, and I see some guys sometimes when, you know, they might be scouting, or, you know, if they're in town and I go to a Dallas Mavericks game. But, yeah, I'm going to see some guys, and we're actually going to shoot around this morning.
Oh, really?
Yeah, and then we're going to have lunch. Facebook kind of keeps you in contact with some guys. So this is going to be the first time seeing guys face-to-face in a while.
Yeah.
Who are you looking forward to seeing?
Really, all of them. I mean, yeah, you can't put one above the others. Just seeing the guys, catching up with them, seeing what they've been up to since we last seen each other.
What are you up to now? What do retired NBA stars do?
Well, I work for ESPN now as a college basketball analyst, and I'm also a motivational speaker, finishing up my book. So I speak corporate and youth events. So just doing a lot of that. I'm finishing up my master's in organizational leadership and administration. So keeping busy.
It's more schooling in.
Yeah.
So before we let you go, I mean, you want to weigh in on how the Jazz are looking this year, this season? You know, it's been...
They're looking good.
Looking good?
I think this is, you know, I think this is a time for them to kind of get over the hump that they've had in previous years, and kind of, you know, get into the playoffs and actually make some noise.
Okay, so you guys are getting together tonight at the Jazz game. Here it is right here. It's the reunited. I think you guys are going on tour, right?
Yeah.
The reunited tour. But you've got to
get the Beatles together, so we're going to do the Jazz.
We're going to get the Jazz back together. So you're going to do a shoot around this morning, and you're going to hammer dunk on anybody?
No, we're not going to go do.
You're not going to do a shoot around? Come on, Steven, you got it.
Steven,
Okay, can you
Yeah.
still dunk?
Actually, I can. On my birthday every year, I'll go to the gym and I'll go dunk, and I can still.
Once a year, you still do?
That's all I need once. As long as I can, still do it.
I gotta see if I can still. You know, you and I are the same age actually, and our birthdays are 2 weeks apart. So
Nice.
maybe depending on what gym, we'll see what happens.
Are you offended, or
Or
was that a compliment
We're going
that
to have
Dan?
a co-celebration.
It was a compliment.
Was a
Yeah,
compliment.
I'll let him dunk on me.
All right.
Let him.
We'll have
dunk
fun tonight,
Thank you.
Steven.
Thanks for having
coming in.
Thanks for coming in.
All right, we're going to go out to